Welcome to the oldest house in St. Augustine, Florida. Well, I've come to the oldest house compound in St. Augustine, Florida to learn about the house, and the Historical Society here has several buildings in the complex, so we're going to go through a bunch of them. They asked that I did not take any video inside the house, so I've taken pictures that I will insert into the video so you can get an idea what's inside. And if you come here, you'll get the complete history of what's inside that building. Before we go inside the house, let's talk a little bit about the history of the oldest house in St. Augustine. Before the oldest house was built, several wooden structures were on the property from approximately 1650 to 1702. Each of these structures burned down. Somewhere between 1702 and 1720, the two-room structure of the original oldest house was constructed. Somewhere between 1775 and 1788, the second story of the oldest house was added to the building. Somewhere after 1820, the north rooms of the oldest house were added on the first and second floors, and the roof was modified. There is some indication that the first story rooms may have been there in 1788, but they are not sure. This 1886 picture shows these improvements. About 1886, a two-story tower was added to the oldest house, and it can be seen in this 1902 photograph. St. Augustine Historical Society bought the oldest house in 1918. Then, in 1959, they removed the two-story tower from the building. These photographs from the 1960s show the building after the Historic Society started interpreting the building after the removal of the tower. After entering the oldest house from the porch, we went to the largest of the two original rooms of the oldest house. Then I looked into the added room on the first floor of the original house. Then we looked at the second original room of the oldest house. From there, I looked into the second added room on the first floor. Then we went up the steps to see the two rooms added on top of the original section of the house. Then we moved into the center room added on the north side, looking at the dining area, then turning around in that room and seeing the sitting area connected to the bedroom. From there, we got another view of the bedroom. Then on the way down, we could once again look into the dining area. After touring the old house, I went into the yard and over to the museum. After touring the museum, I went back into the yard to give you an overview of the compound. They have an outside kitchen here. Let's go to the Surf Museum. It's in this building down here, right behind the gift shop. All right, I've come to the Surf Museum. So let's see what it has to say. Surfing since 1915. Very cool. Quite a difference going from the oldest house to surfboards, but it's really cool. On the second floor of the Surf Museum, they have an exhibit about Marineland. I remember going to this when I was really young. Now let's go to the map gallery. Here are all the different maps they have here. This is quite a collection, and you can see how the maps keep changing as people discover more about what everything actually looks like. And here's the map of Francis Drake's attack on St. Augustine. course, there's Francis Drake. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the visit to the oldest house complex in St. Augustine. So, until next time, see ya.